Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the tumultuous season of Manchester City and exploring the real possibility that they could miss out on Champions League qualification. It's been a challenging week for City fans. After suffering a heart-wrenching exit from the Champions League at the hands of Real Madrid, their situation worsened with a disappointing 2-0 defeat at home to Liverpool. This loss not only symbolically dethroned them as Premier League champions, but also raised serious questions about their future under Pep Guardiola. As if that weren't enough, the club is also facing scrutiny from an ongoing investigation into 115 charges related to financial regulations. A verdict on this matter is expected soon, adding another layer of uncertainty to the club's future. It's hard to believe that just last season, City made history by becoming the first English team to win 4 consecutive league titles. Now, they find themselves in a precarious position. Let's take a closer look at their recent performance. Over the past 27 matches across all competitions, City has recorded a staggering 14 losses. In the Premier League alone, they've lost 8 out of their last 17 games, a stark contrast to the dominance they've exhibited since Guardiola took charge in 2016. This alarming trend has left the club in a fight to secure a spot in next season's Champions League. With Liverpool sitting a massive 20 points ahead in the league, City's hopes of claiming a 5th consecutive title have all but evaporated. However, their upcoming match against Tottenham on Wednesday is crucial, not for title aspirations, but for salvaging their season and maintaining their Champions League dreams. As it stands, City is currently in 4th place in the Premier League. They are only a single point ahead of Bournemouth, who sits in 6th, and just 4 points clear of 9th place Brighton. This precarious position is alarming, especially given that over the last 10 Premier League games, City ranks 6th in the form guide, trailing behind teams like Bournemouth and Newcastle, who are 5th and 6th in the table, respectively. Over the last 15 games, City drops further down to 9th, behind Chelsea, Aston Villa, and Newcastle United. The pressure is mounting, and the stakes couldn't be higher for Guardiola and his squad. Injuries are compounding their troubles. Ballon d'Or winner Rodri is facing potential season-ending issues, while John Stones and Manuel Akanji are expected to be sidelined for weeks. To make matters worse, there are growing concerns about Erling Haaland's knee injury. Meanwhile, stalwarts like Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva are not performing at their usual levels, further diminishing the team's effectiveness on the pitch. So, could City's season actually spiral to the point where they miss out on Champions League qualification? The reality is that they are now one of 6 clubs scrambling for just 2 spots. Recent performances offer little encouragement, leaving fans and commentators alike worried about the team's future. However, there's a silver lining. Despite their struggles, the teams below them are also inconsistent. Newcastle has lost 3 of their last 6 Premier League matches, including a 4-0 defeat against City just a week ago. Bournemouth, who had been enjoying a solid run, were unexpectedly halted by Wolverhampton Wanderers in a recent match. Chelsea has tumbled to 7th place, suffering from a dismal stretch of 2 wins and 5 losses in their last 10 games. Aston Villa finally broke their winless streak with a narrow victory against Chelsea, while Brighton has shown some promise, but has also faced shocking defeats. While none of the teams below City are in unbeatable form, the inconsistency among them provides a glimmer of hope for City fans. They still hold a Champions League spot, which means they control their own destiny. For Guardiola and his players, the equation is simple. Win more games than the teams below you, and they can salvage at least the bare minimum from this tumultuous season. To secure their Champions League qualification, City must focus on their upcoming matches, starting with the crucial game against Tottenham. Following that, they'll need to put a dent in Brighton's hopes at the Etihad on March 15th. They also have home fixtures against Aston Villa and Bournemouth in the coming weeks, all critical to their chances of finishing in the top 4. In previous seasons under Guardiola, these matches would be seen as mere formalities, with City cruising to victory on their way to another title. But this season is anything but typical. City has found themselves among the ranks of mid-table teams, and nothing can be taken for granted, not even a place in the Champions League. So what do you think? Can Manchester City turn their fortunes around, or are they destined to miss out on Champions League football next season? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates on Manchester City and all things football.